gotta be. This is webinar.
At raisecredit.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started today. Today is Friday. Please write down the date. Please write it down, down, down. We have to understand something. Starting tomorrow, I got 9 classes. So that means it's what? It's the 22nd. I don't know how bad you really want to make this work. I know you bought some book, How to Make Money, Get Rich, and all this silly stuff. I'd rather just be your coach, do the work for you, or teach you what needs to be done, or simultaneously. Information is protected in many, many ways. Understand, that means it's federally protected. Okay, so you cannot record me and all that silly stuff and take pictures unless I allow you to on certain pages. So, tablet, pen, let's write it down, let's go get it. The bottom line is pretty simple. Now, me, it wasn't easy. I want you to plan the problem. What does that mean? When I was a little boy, all right, I got used and abused and it sucked. I had to steal and beg off of a pier. Everywhere I turn, it's like nobody wants to help me. I didn't get a mommy and a daddy like most people do. Bottom line is I had to fight my way out of hell. But I used the brain that God gave me, all right, and total recall in most things. So let's plan the problem. Let's plan the problem like the banks and the grocery stores do, like the United States of America does too. So let's understand what that means today. I want you to write down safety credit. Safety credit is basically what I want you to understand. Most people use their credit. They kind of live off of it. They think it's free money. When they get that SSN, Social Security card as a kid, they jack it up, but then they get stuck. Let's understand something today, please. This is $100,000 of personal credit. Can't write off the credit card or the interest rate at all. Flat out. It's simple. Why would I want to jack it up? No. If I did that, I'll back myself in a corner. I'll hurt my family. So please do me a favor. Every card you got in your purse or wallet today, on the back of the card, put a sticky. Put the limit. Put what is 25%? What is 29%? You see, there's a science behind all this madness. And you might want to listen because I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough for our TRW and Spear years ago. I had to train him. Hopefully today you'll let me train you. Safety credit. You see, you got a family to take care of. You can't back yourself in a corner. Now let's look at a line of defense. Write that down, please. The line of defense. What does that mean? It's pretty simple. When you drive in your city today, you're going to see a grocery store or bank shut down before, during COVID-19. So let's understand this. That location, they bankrupted. It was then because they say they lost millions of dollars. You see, they got a tax write-off. For every bad location that they shut down, they wrote it off on their taxes. Are they not still in business today? Banks and grocery stores? Problem with most of you, sorry, don't take it personally, you didn't know the pattern of three, and you all brought the pain home. Please stop that. Learn not to bring the pain home ever again. It's kind of like when I'm helping people. I got to stop doing this as much as I do. You see, it stresses me out because I'm helping 6 families, and they're going through crazy crap. I'm trying to help as many people as I can, but these people had a business, but they were told close, open, close, open, close. You see, what they did is they guaranteed their location. All right, personally, it might be a corporation, but it's filing a bankruptcy, so are they. They're bringing the pain home today. So the bottom line is to get to the balance that I've committed to this last 6 people is about $2,000, $1,999. So today I might be able to give you some more discounts. If you help me help them, I can help you. The bottom line is tomorrow I'll be here at basically 4 o'clock in the morning. My first class will start at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'd like you to join me. You see, my journey wasn't easy, but I want your journey to be easier for you. So understand, I'm going to call it getting past go. All right, I think most people are stuck. Main thing today is I got to be with Mrs. Hope from the age of 3 to 10 years old. Every morning at 6:30, she dropped me off for Redondo Beach Pier. You know, that kind of sucked. The bottom line is she was a she-devil from hell. I didn't like stealing and begging. It made me feel bad. But again, I had to do it. I had no choice. So you know what I got to do? I used the brain God gave me. I got my first Lamborghini as a kid. Then I got a Lamborghini collection too. Got my Duffy, my 6 mansions. I broke some world records. I parked my race boat in my backyard. Got my helicopter. Got my yacht. And I even got my Ferraris too. Bottom line is, my question is, why haven't you done this? You see, I was just lucky being used and abused. I fought to get out of hell. I created Ray's rules. It's the pattern of 3 and so much more. I brought in that 100,000 at 9.5 million at 14, double billion at 26. I've been retired ever since. Maybe today you'll pay attention. I even wrote Winning the Game of Business 43 years ago. See, what I learned as a kid at 7.5 years old, all right, I connected the dots. It was a corporation's a legal person. Can you write it down, please? A corporation's a legal what? It's a person. So that means I connected the dots and I started helping end industries. From there, I got 100,000 in the mail. This is 2021. It's fast track year. I'd like to get you done in about 90 days or less if you allow me to. See, at every seminar, workshop, and boot camp you're stuck with me, I don't pass the buck. I'll get you to the $1 million dream. See, I got specialty classes every day, Monday through Friday. All right, I broadcast up to 3 to 4 times a day and all day Saturday for 43 years. I got 9 classes tomorrow. Why don't you spend the day with me and let me change your life? But again, that'll be up to you. Remember, I'm trying to help another 6 families today. All right, take advantage of me. Go ahead. The main thing, I can help them, I can help you, and we can always win. Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to teach people how to take $1,000, reference it by 3, and turn it into $15,000 in usually about 45 days. In about 3 months, I can turn it into about 50,000. See, you got to write down borrowed money's not taxable. Now it is at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. All right, the bottom line is that class is for 2 hours. It's $249 today. In the afternoon, I got one for Dun & Bradstreet about supply credit and vendor credit too. That's at 2:30 Pacific Standard Time. Now that class is $249. Together, that's $498. Now, if you basically want it right away, here's what I'm going to tell you. I've got to finish helping these people today. So the bottom line is I want you to help me and I want to help you. The only thing I can say I can do is this. For $299, you sell that right away. You're in both classes tomorrow with me. Now, I'm desperate because I got to help them. I made a promise, and I don't want to feel like I let them down. So I'm going to say this one time. If you sell me $199, that's right, you'll be in both classes tomorrow. I've got to keep my promise to them, and I'll give you another discount too. $199, you're in leveraging of money and basically tax balancing too, and you're going to be in Dun & Bradstreet as well. But again, it's pretty simple. There's the Zelle information. Take a picture. It's the only picture I allow you to take so far. Now, what I want you to do is tell Gina. She's in charge in shipping and handling, and she puts people on the websites and all the things too. See, what she has to do is you have to email her your email, so that way she can basically send you the link. So you're in the class with me. She can be reached at ray@racecredit.com, by the way. Now, I have a Q&A twice a week as well. So what happens is you can go to that as well. What I don't want you to do is get stuck. So today, what I want you to do is understand. Most people lose their job. They had an emergency. The next time they run out of money, they run out of credit, they jack up their credit again. They do this in 42 days. Kind of sucks. What happens is they're using the wrong money in the first place, by the way. So remember, I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarbrough years ago for TRW and Asperian. Let me train you today. Google Credit Services Act. At the end of the day, it'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission. They'll tell you that credit repair is a scam, not allowed to collect money up front. The next thing they'll refer you to is the Credit Repair Organization Act. It says attorneys can't do credit repair. Let's learn the real rules and tools today. Let's build a relationship, and let's basically build your dreams. The ultimate thing, I got to go back to you and say, please get out your Social Security card. I want you to understand something. When you got that Social Security card, you got it because you were told to get a job, SSN, get a job, and by the way, it turned into the 1040 tax return. I'd like you to read the card front and back today. Don't laminate. My favorite thing is it says don't use for ID purposes. Can you imagine when you write it on an application, what did you do? You wrote it down for ID purposes. You're not supposed to at all. Because guess what? You're not supposed to carry it with you. You're not supposed to, basically, it's not yours. Here's the application we filled out as a teenager. Bottom line is pretty simple. It says property of such administration and not you. Now look at this. The creditors use it and abuse it too. I have a system called Rapid Refresh. What it does is it blocks the crap and it pushes your score up to about an 820. If you need one of those, let me know today. I'd like to repackage your life, your house, and your bank account too. Ultimate goal is I've been in 2 comas in my life. Credit saved my life both times. So let's think about something today. All right, when they told me as a little boy, money for a rainy day, I asked them to explain that to me, and they could not explain it at all. See, in my life, it always rains. No, it always pours. I don't get one thing that goes wrong. It's usually 20 things back to back, like it seems like today. But again, I want to see if I can help you, and you can help me at the same time, too. See, $5,000 card I got in my hand. See, what happens is this. I want you to understand safety credit. I don't want you to use it and abuse it anymore. You see, when you got a $5,000 problem, you ask your friends, your family, and the bank, they tend to say no. But if you had a card in your hand like I do, and you had to use it today, and you max it out and play catch up, not fall down, do you realize the payment is only $50 a month? That's all it is. The bottom line is the average person wastes $140 a week. I don't know if it's true about you, but that's $600 a month. So if I look at the $100,000 credit in my hand, all right, and I can't write it off at all, and I put a sticky on the back of it, the limit, 25 to 29%. Every time I pull it out, I'll question myself, can I afford to use this today? Because every time you go past 29%, you drop your score, and you can't get any more. If I maxed out one of those cards today, the payment's only $6, $12, $26. That means the average waste of what people waste in a given month, I could have took that card, got them 2 pizza locations today, that had a delivery service or a drive-through. Could have turned it into a business. Never bring the pain home ever again. Like I said in the beginning today, plan on the problem. I'm sorry. It's just going to happen. You know, I always want the great day to happen for me. Sometimes it doesn't happen for me no matter what we say or do. Plan the problem. Safety credit. Line of defense, like the bank and the city do, as well as that grocery store. They got rid of a piece. They're still in business today. What did you do the last time your business failed? Remember, set up your goal list. Believe in yourself. All right, I believe in God and I believe in me. It's like when I broke the world record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981. Still hold the record today. The bottom line is that just proves white men do jump. Unfortunately, silly people say we don't. You see, what I want you to do is listen to those people say you can't do this or that. God gave us all a gift and a dream. Why don't you see it, believe it, and go get it? The only thing in your way now is you, because I'll hold your hand and I'll do all the work for you too. Go back to that SSN one more time. You got an SSN to get a job, to connect to the 1040 tax return. They just wanted to be able to tax you as you make your income before you get the leftover. That's what it was for, by the way. And now I know, yes, you got your SSN. That means you got your aspirin and your TransUnion Equifax too. They're not supposed to use the SSN for that in the first place. But if you jack up the card past 29%, sorry to say, you're going to get stuck. The other reason we got the SSN, we're the collateral for the United States of America, by the way. Nixon took the gold standard out. They print money 24/7. That's what they get to do. Bottom line today is up to you. That's what we get to do. Take your tablet and pen and write down and raise rules one more time. Again, 100,000 of credit. You know, when I'm doing a live lecture for thousands of people and they're always saying that's too much, I stop them right in the beginning. See, here's my problem. If we have $100,000 of credit and we only use 29%, that gives us safety credit of $71,000. When people lose their job, they're afraid to lose their car, their house, feed their family too. If we got safety credit of $71,000 and we lost a job but we have a pandemic, we can feed our family up to 2 years. You see, the bottom line is not to bring the pain home. When people take all their money and their credit from the family and they roll the dice, I'm sorry to say it hurts the family and they bring the pain home. Please don't do that anymore. I'm going to show you the better way. Bottom line is I'm on a mission before I die again to change the world as much as I can. Now here's me in a coma at 5.5 years old. I got a weird brain. I have total recall on most things, an IQ off the chart. But here's what I did when I rode my first bicycle. I was 5.5. I watched all the kids do that too. You see, I can mimic what they do and put it in my brain, and I got on a bicycle and I rode it right away. You see, in other words, I could ride the bike. Been able to do those things since I was a little boy. My problem is I went down that hill at 40 miles an hour. I hit the curb with my face. Plop. They told me I never walk again. Well, I got up anyway, too. Here's my problem, and it's kind of funny. You see, I didn't watch them how to stop the bicycle. I didn't know to push the feet backwards to stop the bike. I stopped the bike with my face. Kind of sucks, huh? Bottom line, there's me in a coma in 2009. I got to die at 541. Didn't matter, I gave $18 million away to help people. I've been helping since the day I was born. But the bottom line, someone came on my yacht with swine flu and pneumonia that day, and I got to die the next day. Kind of sucks. But I made a promise to God, because I'm not perfect like you. But the reality is this. I said, if you let me live, I'll help people the rest of my life. And I've been keeping my promise, but that's not easy to do. There's my yacht. There's my race boat. There's the largest U-dock in Huntington Harbor in my backyard at the time. There's the address, too. Check it out. Probably the most verified person you can find on the planet today. So let's understand something flat out. I didn't want to die. But I basically got to do is hear my life was destroyed. But guess what I got to do after that promise? God allowed me to come out of the coma. 5 weeks with an oxygen tank, walking around. Because of witness protection, because of the rapid rescore, I knew how to block the crap and push my score back to an 820. I got $1 million card again. You see, I have my closet divisions. Please write that down, closet division, if you ever want to get to level 3. It's one of the things we teach you how to master. It's pretty simple to do. Today, we don't get a do-over. We get to live or die. I tell you wear a mask, but half you want to argue about that too. Bottom line is it takes a moment to die. It takes a lifetime to live. I got to be in pandemic 9, and we got pandemic 19. There will be another one that comes around. Let's go chase that money. For me, money pays the bills, feeds the family. I don't have to steal and beg off the pier anymore, and I get to help you. Ultimate goal, 9 out of 10 people hate their job anyway. The bottom line is pretty simple. Go back to the job you hate. It's okay. You see, you're going to basically get fired anyway eventually. You see, we're all getting older, slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. The ultimate goal is for you to understand when you do get fired, you'll probably deliver some pizza. Now, this is what I want you to do. It's not easy. I want you to let me do the work for you. In other words, I might ask you to do one or two things. I'd like to hand you a $100,000 corporate card so we can write off the credit and the interest rate too. I'd like to set up the corporation for you the right way. I'd like to have you buy real estate through the divisions the way I wrote it in 1986 for you. I'd like you to get the first franchise funded. And I want to make sure it's got a drive-through. And if you don't want to run the franchise, that's okay. There are companies that will do that for you anyway. The ultimate goal is this. Here's 12 months goals for you. I'd like you to put $1 million in the corporate bank account tax-free. I'd like you to live in your dream house like I do. $5 million real estate and more franchises as well. But again, trying to get people to listen and learn sometimes is like pulling teeth. So let's understand something today. I was lucky while I was being used and abused as a kid. I listened to Mrs. Hope's poker game. She had one once a week. I stood outside the pantry, which is my bedroom, by the way. And they said a corporation's a legal person. Can you write that down for me, please? A corporation's a legal what? Person. I know you hear that, but the reality is there's 300 ways to use that but not abuse it. It's the IRS's rules. It's also the constitutional right. What I did that day, I couldn't sleep all night. I rode my bicycle to the Torrance Police Department the next day because I remember there was a library next door. And so I asked the lady in the library, could you help me, please? She gave me a microfiche. She gave me a book. I read the book. You see, what I was looking for is what you've been looking for all your life. The blueprint, the instruction manual. I'm sorry it doesn't exist. Most people buy books about blah, blah, blah. Me, I just want to make it simple. I call it, like I said before, the KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. Because when we all do something new, we all kind of feel stupid, do we not? If you ever want to know how I got the books and CDs are right in front of you, that's how I got the, 100,000? million and double billion too. The bottom line is I had $841 million of real estate too. But again, I got to die and someone stole my life. That kind of sucks too. I wrote the book, How to Become the Bank, tax balancing, from there become the bank too. And remember, I wrote Winning the Game of Business. Last year in March when COVID-19 started out, the rallies, I had my radio show, I was promised a lot of things again too. But that company decided to go home and get their extra employment check. You see, they got a raise of $600 and they all walked out the door. We found my books and CDs in their warehouse, by the way. And I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years. Every Wednesday night, I was on top of my dream. I was helping people like you. All right, there was a line around the door. I used to sell my books, CDs, and classes for about $20,000. Today, the leftover books and CDs, the office will send you an email. They'll basically tell you it's $999 today. Here's what happens if you get the books and CDs today through me. All right, I give you half price. So the real estate financial series, all right, the Millionaires Founders Kit too, is $499 to you today if you Zelled it. Please Zell it today so I can help those families today. I need your help too, but I don't like, I like wires and deposits. I don't like merchants at all. See, Zelle to me is what I get to do is I get to expedite everything for you. The ultimate goal is you're afraid. Because why? You're afraid if you can trust me or anyone else because you're friends and family. Most of them hurt you the last time. Here's Gina. Let her know at ray@raisecredit.com that you Zelle for this or that today. All right, and I'll make sure I follow through too. The ultimate thing is to rebuild your credit my way, please. I have $10 million of history to add for you. And what happens is when I add up to the $10 million of credit history, I get to pop you big cards like these. These are $1 million a piece. So I like to do a rapid rescore. I like to hand you the articles, the houses, the tax ID. On every credit card you got in your personal wallet today, please put a sticky in the back of the card. I want you to write down the limit, 25%, 29% too. I don't want you to jack up a card ever again. The ultimate goal is to make sure you understand the discipline. See, what scared me before I had a wife and kids is I didn't want to bring the pain home because all I got is abuse as a kid. So when I learned how to make money, I made sure I didn't bring the pain home to my wife and my 6 kids and grandkids too. I got to make sure I take care of the family. That's my obligation. That's my responsibility. Yours too. Remember, I'll make you the qualified CFO you needed to be since day one. Sorry, you brought the pain home because you didn't know the pattern of 3 and you should have played with me. Making money through real estate's kind of fun. Could be a fixer-up or a duplex and apartment complex too. Still want to get you a franchise that's open through pandemics because there will be another one down the years to come. But again, if you don't want to run it, guess what? There are companies that will do that for you too. You see, there's 84 ways to leverage money into millions and billions. I'll teach you a couple ways today. Ultimate goal is pretty simple. Now, Lamborghinis is my favorite car. I got my first one as a kid. This is one out of the collection at the time. So let's understand what we get to do today. This is a company car, by the way. That means we get to write it all off. And rich and famous people do that all the time. But you, I'm sorry to say, your car's registered to you. That makes you a duck. Don't take it personally. When you get your paycheck, you get the leftover. They've already taxed it. Then you pay your bills, you pay for a car you should not. Most people take all the money and credit from the family and roll the dice, and they hurt the family and bring the pain home. Can you write down tax ID? Can you write down divisions too, the way I designed it in '86? See, the problem with your paycheck, they call it taxable income, by the way. You're paying the payment, the gas, registration, insurance. Could you yell the word no right away, please? You see, what happens is pretty simple. You could be driving a company car like I do. All right, I got their white keys today. Boom, boom, some more. The bottom line is you get to do this too. Remember that SSN? Get a job, get a 1040 tax return. That's the IRS's rules, so they can tax you for your income. Now here's an SS4. You filed an 1120. Now write down SS4 times 4 equals pattern of 3. Can you write down pattern of 3 for me, please? Look at line 10, please. Now here's the thing. I get about 10 people a month saying, "Ray, I tried it on my own, it didn't work." I'm an affiliate. I'm licensed and bonded to set up credit reports. Do it on your own, you'll fall on your face. Good luck to that. I tell you that flat out up front. Line 10 says banking and credit purposes. When I set up the credit reports, I get to pop you cash credit. You get to write off the card and the interest rate too. How much would you like? So if you try it on your own, good luck. You'll be coming back to me. I design the rules. I design the tools. I follow along too. All right, and my methods, I've already patented and trademarked too. Remember those banks and grocery stores you see in your city today? Remember me. They bankrupt that piece. They wrote off billions of dollars. And they wrote it off on their taxes, and they're still in business today. What about you? Why are you not in business today? Why did you do the last time? You should have learned the pattern of 3. And don't you tell me because of the pandemic. The banks have been closing an average of 100 locations a year before the pandemic. Now I want you to write this down on your tablet. You ready? I want you to write down the 4 boxes. It's simple. Can you imagine? Right out of school, you could have turned around and did what I did. But I got tested out at T. Winkle Junior High. I never went to high school. I got to go to West Coast College at 14 and a half. I kind of have a brain, but I use it too. So what I did for you is I wrote down the pattern of 3 in 86. Are you going to follow along? Debt follows SSN or SS4. You got one SSN. You want to be the duck? This is called the line of defense. So what does it mean? Any division has a problem today. We're going to do what those banks and grocery stores do. We're going to do the 3-step. We're going to bankrupt that piece, keep the other pieces. We're never going to bring the pain where? Home. Why would you ever bring the pain home? I know you're going to say, no one taught me, Ray. No one taught me either. I had to get out of hell. As a bonded, licensed, and an affiliate, how do I have to say it again and again? I'm the only one that's going to be able to set up your SSN with credit reports, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. When you try it on your own, sorry to say, it's not going to work for you. Let me do it for you. It's pretty simple to do. Don't name a company after you. Don't name it what it does. Set up the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. You got 5 houses a day in your name, one slips and falls, and they sue you and take all you got. You put them in a corporation, they sue the corporation, they sue you, they take it all again. If all properties were in a division, and one of those people slipped and fall, you get to disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and get rid of the piece. Keep the other pieces too. Don't you bring the pain home after meeting me today. Bottom line is current business too. If you allow me to get you $100,000 to $1 million card, I'd like to do that for you today. The next thing is pretty simple. I already want to get you $50,000 of personal credit, $200,000. I believe the world needs to teach their children's children. Personal credit is called safety. We get to write it off. We don't jack it up. We don't hurt the family again. We don't bring the pain home. We use Ray's rules. Someday, 50 years, 100 years from now, the world will know, hey, we use Ray's rules. Wouldn't that be nice to know? That's going to be what I want as my legacy. SSN equals tax return called 1040. SS4 times 4. What did it say on line 10 again? Banking and credit purposes. This is the IRS's rules and tools. The difference is I had to master this as a kid. Now I want to build it for you. Please do not apply for credit during the program. I will create green lights for you. You get these in the mail. Do not apply. What you do is you screw up everything I'm doing for you too. And don't crash the rapid rescore. See, like this. This is a nice lady, but she screwed up. She got impatient as I built her up. She went and said, I do my own card. Do you know the average person today that tries to get a new card is between $300 to $500? When I get you a card, it's usually $50,000 a card at a time. Last guy here wiped out all the crap, sealed the record, did a rapid rescore, got an open sky, he's got a 621. I owe him $1,000 credits, but I promised him as a bonus. The starter card I got him for is $3,000. How did I do? The ultimate thing is for you. Credit rebuilding today. Credit rebuilding today. All right, get you an 820. There's a class for 90 days on Saturday for you for free. Office sells it for $9.98. I know some of you want to pay that $99 a month to a credit repair company for a year or two. That's $1,200 a year. Today, I want to give you the credit rebuilding for half price. What does that mean? $499. I want to give you half price. I want to give you twice the credit like I've done, or up to 10 times as much. So here's the thing. If I get you 1,000 required, that's twice as much. But here's the thing today. If you Zelle the $499 during the webinar, all right, I was going to offer you 5,000 of credit. But I'm going to change it because I'm trying to help those people. I'm $1,900 shy. If you Zelle the $499 just for this program today, you're getting $10,000 of credit. I want you to help me help them. I don't want to feel like I let them down. But I'm not going to let you down too. Now, if you want $1 million paycheck, raise your hand. I'll call that silly and dumb. You only keep $375. The IRS gets the rest. If you want $1 million coming in a corporation, you should raise both hands and say, I do. You see, corporations don't pay tax till they make a profit. So let's understand, the average person getting a corporation today is paying up to $3,000 and get a stock kit and get diddly squat. 97% don't do a damn thing. If I make you a CFO, rebuild your credit, wrap a rescore, hand you the articles, the also the tax ID, you're allowed to go to my setup class on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And the level 1 to set up divisions, I'll teach you step by step how to do that too. The office sells it for $1,999. Today, you get $10,000 of credit. All right, and I charge you half price, which is $999. Trying to still help that family today. All right, I was going to tell you it's going to be $15,000 of credit if you Zelled it. Listen carefully. If you Zell it today, $999 during the webinar, there's no salespeople today due to call. It's pretty simple. You're stuck with me. I'm going to get you $20,000 of credit, so I don't let those people down, and I can help you too. $20,000 of credit. Millionaires in the making, it's kind of fun. Same thing as the previous one. You're still stuck with me while I do the work for you. Office sales are for $4,000. The ultimate goal, you normally get $25,000 of credit. $25,000 of credit. That's 10 times the half price, which is $2,499. Now on this, two things, because I want to help those people today. If you Zelle $1,999. I'm discounting that, and I'm going to change that to $50,000 of credit. I don't want to let those people down today, and I don't want to let you down too. But again, every referral you give me, you get another $1,000 of credit. So the ultimate goal at the end of the day is you're watching me on Google, Facebook, and YouTube. If you're missing the PowerPoint in front of me, go to raiswebinar.com, get the full overview, learn to never bring the pain home. Ultimate goal is what I learned being used and abused listening to I'll call it a dumb poker game. They said a corporation's a legal person. You know, there's 300 ways under the law that's public record to use that too. It's not legal advice. Look in front of you. It's under Chapter 18. A corporation's a legal person that may sue or be sued. All you got to do is know the structures and the rules and the tools, like the United States of America Incorporated today. They mastered the rules. They set up their states. All states are corporations. What did the states do? They set up their cities. The cities are corporations too. Please understand, if you set up your line of defense, you never bring the pain home. You never have to. But you got to have the discipline too. You see, you are we the people. It's your constitutional right. Nixon took the gold standard out. They've been printing money 24/7 ever since. SSN equal to 1040 tax return. That's all it was for. It wasn't for credit purposes at all. Mama, she delivered a baby this morning. Simple. But you know what? They had to reform federally mandated by the hospital and the government. If Mama don't sign the SSN form for the baby can't go in the stroller, the car seat can't go home. They got to print some more money. Don't you get it true? Ultimate goal, you never bring the pain home. That's why you see the grocery stores and the banks set up today that have been bankrupted to peace, But you know they're still in business today. It's kind of like the Reynolds University. You know, helping 17 million people become corporations and millionaires was fun. Didn't know I was going to die in a coma. But again, tomorrow at 1 o'clock, it's an educational class, and the people that are in the rotation for case numbers, I'm going to give them their analyzation. But the thing is this, I'm going to ask one of them probably do one or two things. The faster they do the one or two things and follow through, the faster I can pop them credit and get them to the next level. You see, you got to be part of your program too. Walt Disney, Loophole King, what is this, a Newsweek? They didn't want to pay tax on $1 billion, so they knew how to play the game. They wrote an IOU to themselves. They didn't pay any tax on $1 billion. If Mickey can play the game, so can you. Ultimate goal, personal credit, please put it aside. Use it as safety. Now I know there's a lot of blah, blah, blah out there. And before pandemic, we'd have open lectures and thousands of people. I always bring in the experts and say, please, let me challenge you and challenge me. When they say trade lines, it's crap. When they say you don't need to guarantee, that's BS too. If you want the right credit, these creditors don't give you credit unless you're the CFO for the corporation in the beginning, period. So much lies out there, it's full of crap. It just drives me insane. I want to get you 8 cards per division, 9 lines of credit too. I'm going to get you the cash credit in the beginning. Then you'll decide if you want supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, and gas cards too. Still got to make you the qualified CFO. The bottom line is the favorite cards of mine. Your house, your car, these cards paid over time. As long as you maintain the payment, it doesn't make your credit score fluctuate at all. You see, they have nothing to do with the 29% rule, and it's pretty simple to do. Here's 10 of them. Would you like 10,000, 10 million, all right, or $1 million of credit for you? You got a choice today. The way I designed this is very simple. Corporation can have 9 babies. These are called divisions, by the way. That could be a line of credit. That could be a house. That could be a franchise too. Just like the banks and the grocery stores and the franchises do. Do you want 100,000? Do you want $1 million of credit? It'll be up to you. Credit rebuilding today, half price is $4.99. From there, it's very simple. Instead of $5,000 of credit, we're going to pop you a $10,000 card if you zelled it during the webinar with me. You can't call sales today. They're all gone. So the bottom line is you got to do it through me. Starter package for a millionaire, half price today is $9.99 instead of $15,000 of credit. As an extra bonus, I'm turning it into $20. I'm trying to motivate you to help me help those 6 people finish it up, because I don't want to break my promise to them. I want my promise to you. The millionaires in the making, half price of that's $2,499, and you get $25,000 of credit today. $1,999 of that is Zelled immediately. You'll get $50,000 of credit too. Ultimate goal, there's the Zell, and that's all you got to do. And let Gina know too. The ultimate thing, studying Mr. Buffett's father, then studying him. This man's playing the game. It's your turn. Step up to the plate and win too. As an affiliate for 35 years, I'm allowed to readjust the credit limits to you. I'm allowed to add my history as well. Authorized users crap. Trade lines are crap too. Still got to make you a qualified CFO. The ultimate goal, like the specialty classes. I got tired of watching people had to wait 7 weeks for the next one to come around. I kept fighting this with the office here and the sales team. Oh, they don't want to do that. People want to get done as fast as possible. So I'm going to be fast tracking almost everybody I can. So that I started doing basically starting tomorrow and next week. I got a specialty class every day. I want you done as fast as I can get you done. Don't you get that? Because the bottom line is, I want to help you, but I help these people too. I got to raise $2,000 on this webinar today. If not, I got to break some hearts, and I don't want to do that at all. That's why I'm giving you an extra discount. Help me, help them, and I'll help you. Tomorrow morning, it's pretty simple. Leveraging class is $249. Dun & Bradstreet at 2:30 in the afternoon, both classes, $498. I was going to give it both of you to you for $299. But if you Zelle $199 today. And don't you do like one of you, like Brian here. I wanted to kick Brian's assets. I tell him what he needs to do. He says he's going to do it. Then he calls sales and says, Ray offered this. Now I got one of those salespeople giving me shit. They want commission even for the discounted price. Thank you, Brian. So today it's $199 during the webinar. When I'm done, sorry, no. I'm not paying a salesperson a commission for something I offer to you. That's not fair to me. So remember, I don't get a commission or a paycheck too. $199, you're in both classes tomorrow if you Zelled it right away. There's the Zelle information. There's the Zelle information. Now you got no excuses too. Let Gina know to add you and email you the link to get into that class to do. From there, I got Q&As twice a week as well, starting this week too. So understand something. I don't want you stuck. I'm the one who invented daisy chaining credit 30 plus years ago. I can turn every card into 99 more. But understand something today. The IRS will tell you can't write off personal credit cards or interest rates. But they'll tell you can write off corporate credit cards and interest rates too. How many would you like today? The bottom line is simple. All right, there's 1,000 rules to get to $1 million corporation. That's it. Now, please don't have the intent to defraud or rip anybody off. All right, I don't want to go to court against you. Here's a corporation. We get credit. It sets up the line of defense for the division, subsidiaries, and more. If something goes wrong with the piece, what are we going to do? What they got to do. It's called the 3-step. We're going to disconnect, isolate. We're going to incorporate. Can't save the piece. Sorry to say, we tried. We're going to bankrupt that location, that piece, like the bank and grocery store, but we're going to keep all the other pieces. And we're going to write it off and never bring the pain home. Why would anybody bring the pain home? That makes no sense to me at all. So when you buy your house, it should be escrow closed, escrow homestead, escrow put in a trust. If your house is not in a trust today, I'm sorry. Because if somebody sues you, they take it away. And if you die, it's stuck into probate. Your family got diddly squat. Please, when you fix up a property, do it my way. I even have a class on real estate too. It's every week from now on. Bottom line, what if they cut every corner they can, slip and fall and sue you? See, you're hiring a contractor that hires the subcontractors that stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. Please think about every property you ever get, transferring it into a division of a corporation. It's called a quick claim deed, costs $12. How about an assignment of mortgage? An assignment of equity too. At the end of the day, when they try to sue you, I want them to get diddly squat. Why not? The ultimate goal is Google the word irrevocable trust today, please. So one I would pick if I was you. But you got to do what you want to do. All I know is I can teach you how to protect your assets, never bring the pain home, and I can make every one of you a millionaire corporation today. When you play peekaboo with the IRS, I'm sorry, you say you make a mess. See, here's the problem. If the IRS is the rule book for personal and business credit and all the pieces too, and they say corporations don't pay tax so they make a profit, why would you play peekaboo in the first place? If you did, hypothetically, go to irs.gov. Download a form called 656 of 433 A and B. Please get your COVID-19 check, get your butt back in the system where it belongs. You know, when you fix up a property, can you do it my way, please? I'm one of the original OPMs. Someone told me I am the original, but I don't want to say I am because someone will say, no, you're not. There's always some turd in the bowl. Have you noticed that too? So I want you to have your divisions. You see, I want to go to the manufacturer, save up to 70%. I'm not using my money to fix up a property. Why would you? You see, you won't have to pay a bill for 30 to 69 days anyway. Use their money. When escrow closes, they get to pay off all the debt. Now you got up to $200,000 left over. Don't act like you're rich, please. You see, here's the thing. I've watched people have $10,000, $100,000 in the past, piss it away and be broke today. Can you write down and raise rules, please? Leveraging money. Borrow money's not taxable. Set up the line of defense. All I know, the first time in my life, I really was proud of myself. I'm helping millions of people, got 17 million people, helped the rich and famous people, average people too, got the Reynolds University, giving back as much as I can. Then I got to die. Kind of sucks. But you know what happened before the coma? The bank would be at my office every morning physically going, Ray, what can I do for you today? It's just the truth. Banks kiss your ass. That's when you got money. And if you don't have a pot to piss in, they don't know your name. Why don't you learn how to leverage money? There's 84 ways, by the way. You see, all right, we can take 1,000, reference it by 3, and turn it into $15,000 right away. You know what the banks do? They borrow from the feds times 10. And then they loan back to you 5. If you took that money from that escrow, we'd have up to $3 million of borrowed money, not taxable. You learn leveraging money, raise rules, and what do you get to do? Let's go buy a McDonald's today. They got a drive-through. They stay open through pandemics. At the end of the day, you've all and me been ripped off by somebody. It's just the truth. You're going to have to beat your doubt. You're going to have to trust. The reality is I want you to trust God and trust me. Beating your own doubt. Running your own race. I'm going to hold your hand till the day I die. I'm praying for 50 more years for that too. But I'd like to become your coach. Do you really want to get to million to billion? You see, it's like leveraging money. If I took a $100,000 card from the corporation and get to write off the card interest rate too, I'd be looking up, C191D in front of you. It says loan 8 different ways. I'd take $50,000 off the card. The average thing, what the average person pisses away every month, they could have turned it into cash flow, free up their time. You know what? That now I would put and loan 5 people $10,000 apiece. I'd put a second trustee on their house. All right, I'd put a homestead blocker, a UCC one with a chattel mortgage too. I'll teach you that at the workshops. You just created $2,490 per month. You can use corporate credit to turn it into cash flow to free up your time. And you can turn it into millions of dollars. If you want 4,800, you want 7347, let me know, please. The ultimate goal, I'm never going to show anything I didn't obtain myself. I can't do that. All right? I'll show you mansions, helicopters, yachts, getting you past go. My favorite one, this is one that broke my heart the most. From here, I put my race boat and my yacht in my backyard. Where you put yours again? See, the bottom line is I love my Lamborghinis, part of the corporate collection too, building and helicopters as well. On that tablet, write down you're going to change your driver's license, please. Now, you can do whatever you want. I'm just going to tell you what I would do if I was you. See, you wrote a check last week. You're over here. All right, your house got robbed the next day. You're wondering how the hell they knew where you lived. Well, hell, you gave them the map. You got to understand, I want your driver's license to say P.O. Box or mailing address. Raise rules, never bring the pain home. Check out the Schaefer bill. Check out the Driver's Privacy Protection Act, too. Now, when I say I want to repackage your life, I want to repackage everything you do. House, car, bank, that's just the beginning. What did you do the last time you bought a car? Sorry. You let someone sweat you for hours on end. Some guy with an ugly tie. And the sales manager came, changed the rules again. When you thought you were all done, you got to the finance manager too. Then you really got screwed. You see, you wasted hours on end. They gave you what? 9 inquiries and lost $5,000 too? When they hand you the paper, and this means for everything you do, okay? When they hand you a paper to run your credit, from now on, you're going to write down next to your signature and circle it in red. This allows one inquiry, period. You're going to take a picture. You see, like I said, I want to teach you how to repackage your life. Right now, today, your car is registered to you. That means you're a duck. They sue the registered owner. You know this, and so do I. So, all I can do is tell you flat out, I'm the most verified guy on the planet. 17 million clients that love me, rich and famous people too. Reality is it's up to you. I like corporate cars, don't you? I want you to get your dream corporation through me. I want you in my workshops all day tomorrow. There are 9 of them. I'd like you to have you in every one of them. But the bottom line is when you drive your car to a grocery store or bank today and they bump a car, little bumpity bump, don't be surprised when they yell whiplash, they're going to die. Don't be surprised the next thing comes out of their mouth is driver's license, insurance, registration, please. You see, I want you to protect your family and you. The corporation could pay for the insurance versus you. And by the way, you're the registered owner. I don't understand that, to be honest with you. You see, the reason I don't understand it is you know they're going to go call those nasty attorneys on TV. Tomorrow at the workshop in level 1, I want you to learn how to buy a car at fleet price. I want you to make sure the divisions are the registered owner in the current car and the future car too, fleet price. If they sue you at the end of the day, I want to make sure they get diddly squat. Why not? You got a choice to listen today. And I can change every one of your lives if you allow me to. Like the bank and the grocery store do. Here's the pattern of 3. If you had this right out of school, you would have never brought the pain home, ever. It's up to you today. My wife asked me on July 3rd, 2009. She's my rock. She's the love of my life. She asked me one thing. Honey, can we take the yacht and take a group of people to watch the fireworks on July 4th? Sir. I took the card, corporate card. I said, fill it up with $1,600. I wrote off the card, the interest rate, the $1,600, and the yacht too. There's the address at the time. That's the largest U-dock in Huntington Harbor, by the way. I didn't know someone's going to come on the yacht and kill me with swine flu and pneumonia, and my life gets destroyed. But they did. So understand, I know what it's doing on a pandemic, H1N1. Bottom line is I made a promise to God. He allowed me to come out of the coma. 5 weeks walking around an oxygen tank feeling like I'm 150 years old. You know what I had to do? What I learned how to do in witness protection years ago. And when I taught Ken Yarborough, security chief at TOW and Aspirian too, how to seal a record, how to push the score up some more called a rapid refresh, and to get $1 million card again. If you ever in your life want to know how to get credit in 6 weeks or less, all right, it's called a closet division. You got to master that in level 3, by the way. God's using me to help you today. You going to pay attention today? The Lamborghini in the building. I've heard no a billion times. When I had to move 24 times by the time I'm 11 and a half years old, those people were mean. I was an inconvenience. They just wanted their friggin' check. But you know what? It's called reaching the dream. Thinking be the impossible. I've done it all my life. It's about time you step up to the plate too. All I'm asking for is 90 days. All right? And I'll be at every seminar, workshop, and boot camp. You spend thousands on crap. Invest in yourself today. Get stuck with me. Specialty classes, 1 every day. I broadcast up to 5 times a day now. And all day Saturday, 9 classes too. Always live, over 25 classes a week. You get stuck with me. Today, I got to get $1,999 out of some of you. Why? I promise to help these 6 families. It's the balance I'm helping. Help me, help you. And I'll help them too. So that's why you're getting discounts even more. Because I want you to basically step up to the plate. Help me when I ask you to, and I'll help them and help you. Tomorrow's classes, all right, would have been a discount of $299. If you Zelle $199 now during the webinar, you're in both classes with me. I want you in the other classes too. There's the Zelle information. There it is again, no excuses anymore. Let Gina know who you are. She'll send you the link for the class tomorrow. If you don't do it right away, you won't have the link. You won't be in the class with me. I got Q&A twice a week too. Ultimate goal, I love motivation. I do. I listen to all of them. Steve talking about 20 years, and this one talking 5 years and 15 years and blah, blah, blah. I love that. All right, by the way, I'm a pastor too. So I believe in God, but I also believe that God wants us to do what we need to do. He's not going to hand you everything just by sitting there doing nothing. Sorry. Motivation, if they're not handing you the financing, at the end of the day, I still think it's blah, blah, blah. So you got a choice. Let's talk about your story. Let me get you an 820. Let me get you 100,000 of safety credit. Let me hand you a corporation with the divisions up to $1 million. Let's finance it and stop being stuck. Next, you're stuck with me. It's pretty simple to do. There's only 1,000 rules for the $1 million dream. Master the rules and tools while I do the work for you anyway. So today, let's package your house, your car, your bank account, and tomorrow get stuck in every class with me. Again, books and CDs, $999. That's what the office sells it for. Bottom line today, it's $499. And if you do Zelle it right away, Zelle $399. Save a little money that too. I just want you to help me help them help you. Simple. You know, it's nice years ago when I said people do this or that, they just do it. Now it's like I got to convince them to do what's right for themselves. Zelle it right away. Let Gina know too. The credit rebuilding program is half price with me. It's $499. Instead of a $1,000 card. Instead of a $5,000 card, you're getting a $10,000 card if you Zelled it right away. Millionaires in the making. Half price is $999. Pretty simple today. I was going to offer you $15,000 credit for a bonus. Today it's $20,000 if you Zelle it right away. Millionaires in the making workshop 2. Half price is $2,499. You normally get $25,000 of credit. If you Zelle $1,999, all right, I'm going to change it to $50,000 of credit. I got to help them, help you, and help me. You would Zelle it right away. No excuses. At the end of the day, let Gina know too. The 14th Amendment turned corporations into people. I understand what that means. The United States of America, they maintain their 50 states because they're the line of defense. Those are corporations too. What do the states do? They set up their cities. That's their line of defense. Isn't it your turn to set up your line of defense too? At the end of the day, I want to repackage every one of you. So never have joint credit. When you buy a house, escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow put it in a trust. Corporation, don't name it after you, don't name what it does. Have up to $1 million of credit. Have divisions for real estate, franchise, current business. Have the line of defense, see it, believe it, go get it, and master Ray's rules, which is me. Ultimate goal. Do the work for you as you learn the rules here, and I show you exactly what I'm doing for you. Plan the problems. They're going to happen no matter what we say or do. Safety, credit. See it, believe it, go get it. Line of defense like the banks and grocery stores do today. So the ultimate goal is never to bring the pain home. I'd like you to spend the day with me tomorrow. The whole day. You see, when people talk about the American dream, I love hearing that. But the first thing I ask you, how they're going to afford it, how they're going to finance it, what's going to happen too. If they're not handing you the corporate credit, which you get to write off the card and interest rate too, please tell me how you're going to go get it. Did you win the lottery yesterday or something? Did you get a bigger raise? All I know at the end of the day, we got to have money coming in every month. We got to pay our bills. We got to drive a company car, not the one you drive today, please. You got to go on a business trip. You got to help other people, free up your time. You got to set up the line of defense. And if you want just $1 million corporations, 1,000 rules. $1 billion company, there's 20,000 rules. I've created billionaires for years too. You might want to pay attention today. So the credit rebuilding, last chance you can. It's $499. Instead of $5,000 of credit, it's $10,000 if you Zelled it right away. If you got the starter package for a millionaire, the 90 days of classes, level 1, all right, and setup 2, Wednesday and Saturday, articles, CFO, 820 score. Half price is $999 today. Instead of getting $10,000 of credit and $15,000, it'll be $20,000 of credit to you. Ultimate goal for millionaires in the making. Half price of that is $2,499. Today it's $1,999. And instead of $25,000, I'm going to change it to $50,000. Now, don't ask for them to do this in sales and make me pay a commission when they're here next week. That's not fair to me. I'm trying to solve a problem today. Today. That's the only reason I'm giving you these extra discounts. If you don't do it right away, you missed out. That's on you. Stay safe, stay strong. If you're wondering what's next to come, let it be you and me. Let's always remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day and give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. Amen to that. All I know is this being used and abused as a kid sucks. Stealing and begging off the pier sucks. didn't get a mommy and a daddy that loved me and they threw me away as a kid. I've been pissed off since the day I was born to fight through how to go get it. I like the goodies, and I can change every one of your lives. So if you want to call the office next week, it's okay. It's 800-510-3338. They're all gone for the day. What I offered today, it only counts if you zelled it now. If you didn't zell it, you missed out. I would like to have you in all my workshops tomorrow. So all I can tell you is, at the end of the day, zell. Help me, help them, help you. And if you don't, sorry, all I can do is ask. At the end of the day, all I know is God loves us all.